Hello children, I hope you're fine. Today, let's start with our history and geography class. We reached on the page 88. For today, flash floods. Okay, so let us read first. In the recent years, with the changing climate and development of urban areas and infrastructure, Mauritius has known events of flash floods. So Mauritius experienced events of flash floods in the years recently in the year 2013, month of March. Okay, and then also in the year 2008. Yes, 2008 and 2013. Okay, so Mauritius has known these events of flash floods. Flash floods are natural hazards which can cause much damage to people and the environment and have the same effects as torrential rains, but in a more sudden and unpredictable way. Okay, so here you are talking about flash floods. So flash floods, the name itself is flash. Flash meaning unexpected, suddenly, all of a sudden, you have extreme rainfall. Okay, now before we move on, you should not confuse between flash floods and torrential rainfalls. Torrential rainfalls. So the conditions of torrential rainfalls, you have torrential rainfalls in less than 12 hours when you get 100 millimeters of rain. Okay, 100 millimeters of rain in less than 12 hours, and we talked about widespread. Widespread meaning in all the country. But here, flash floods, it is not in all the country, but you have in certain places. Also known as localized. Localized meaning certain places. Again, flash floods are torrential rainfall in a more sudden and unpredictable way. Okay, so there is rainfall falling very fast and in very high amount. We need to be prepared and take precautions during such events. Okay, take a look at the pictures showing you the flash floods in Port Louis, namely in Codan waterfront. What causes flash floods? The changing climate, meaning the increasing risk of sudden heavy rains, and also the development of urban areas. So development of urban areas meaning we are constantly building more roads, infrastructure, more buildings. So what happens to the vegetation? There are no vegetation. What happens to rainwater? Rainwater is not absorbed in the ground. Okay, so the changing climate and the development of urban areas and infrastructures cause flash floods. You are going to copy this in your copybook. So how are flash floods different from torrential rains? We just discussed about it. Flash floods happen all of a sudden. Okay, while torrential rainfalls meaning there is very heavy rainfall, but in less than 12 hours you get around 100 millimeters of rainfall. Give the reasons why Mauritius has experienced flash floods in the recent years. So as we said about the urbanization, development of urban areas. Okay, let us move on. Flash floods. A flash flood is caused by heavy rainfalls falling very fast and in very great amount. Flash means sudden and unexpected. So what are the causes? We just said heavy rains falling fast and in exceptional amount. The causes are development of urban areas and infrastructure. Okay, so Mauritius has experienced flash floods in the recent years. Why? Because of urbanization, less water is absorbed in the ground. Canals and drainage have not been maintained since very long time. Okay, children, that's all for your flash floods. So I hope you understood what is flash floods. So flash floods meaning unexpected heavy rainfall, very unexpected heavy rainfall in a very short period of time. Flash floods are not widespread, they may be localized in some of the places only. Okay, so it is a natural hazard as it causes harm to the people and the environment. People lose their lives. The environment is affected. Buildings, structures, infrastructure are damaged. Okay, now so let us move on our volcanoes. Which event have you learned about on the page 99 of your grade 5 part 1 book? So, you learned about volcanoes. Do you consider this as a natural hazard? Volcanoes are a natural hazard as it causes harm to the people and the environment. Take a look at the pictures. So you have to write about one damage caused to the people. People are homeless. People can lose their houses, can lose their belongings, can lose all their, which means they do not have shelter, and people themselves may lose their life. One damage goes to the environment. Vegetations are destroyed. Okay, volcanoes can sometimes also be an advantage to people and their activities. For example, volcanoes form new islands. Volcanic soil is rich and very fertile for growing of crops. And then it is a tourist attraction. Let us see. Let us see now why volcanoes are natural hazards. It is a natural event. They are natural hazards because they cause harm to the people and the environment. First of all, the volcanoes destroy houses, villages, roads, plantations, forests, and natural habitat of animals as well. Okay, but then volcanoes have the following importance. Importance meaning it has some positive impact as well. Let us see. Volcanoes form new islands. They are going to enlarge or extend the surface areas of islands and countries. Volcanoes have a positive impact on soil, so soil becomes fertile. Volcanoes bring minerals and nutrients to the soil. Also, a volcanic place become a tourist attraction. Now, basalt rocks formed by volcanoes, they are used in building and to build roads as well. So these are all the importance of volcanoes. Turn your page to the page 19. We will see an activity. Okay, read the headlines which appeared on TV in May 2010 after the eruption of a volcano in Iceland. Iceland is a country. Okay, so this is a breaking news: ash eruption from Icelandic volcano. The breaking news: ash from Icelandic volcano shuts European airports. Thousands of flights cancelled, several million passengers unable to travel. Okay, you're going to read about the Icelandic volcano. Okay, you're going to read about the Icelandic volcano, the 2010 volcanic eruption. Okay. Picture 10 shows breaking news on TV in May 2010 after the eruption of a volcano in Iceland. Have a discussion in class and give reasons why the airports have to be closed. So what you're going to do at home, you're going to, on the net, you will find out about this ash eruption from Icelandic volcano. Actually, it's a fact. It's not something which has been invented for you. It's something which is true. Okay, so airports had to be closed. Why? This eruption spread ash into the atmosphere. Okay, this Icelandic volcano, this eruption spread ash into the atmosphere, causing air travel disruption. Okay, that's why airports had to be closed. It caused air travel disruption for nearly a week. Okay, in Europe. So around 20 countries had to close their airspace, and then the travelers, several million passengers, okay, they were affected because they could not travel. Okay, so this is about the volcano. Why were the airports closed down? Because the eruption, as you can see in the picture, this eruption spread ash into the atmosphere. Okay, children, so that's all for today on volcano. Let us take a look at your homework now. Your homework on the page 88, 89 and 90, we just did this on flash floods and volcanoes. So in this video you will have almost all the answers written. Okay, you will have to note down in your copybook the important notes that you find that it is very important, that you need to note down. Okay, and then do not forget your red book. You're going to note 3 times the notes on natural hazards, on tropical cyclones, torrential rainfalls, flash floods and volcanoes. Okay, I hope you're noting down in your copybook. I will be checking. Okay, children, so study well, do your homework, and have a nice weekend. See you later.